Dawgs Podcast, WATP.
Hey, Kev, guess what? You're an asshole. Yeah. Okay, if you haven't been following the news, and I was planning on coming back today anyway, but if you haven't been following the news, Kevin Brennan thinks it's funny and okay that the day or the following morning that Matthew Perry, you all know who he is, the Friends star, decides to tweet out, ha, 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 ha. And then goes, well, and then when he got some backlash, he goes, oh, well, he's a junkie. I think all junkies should die. Really? Really, Kevin? Why? Have you ever made a mistake in your life, Kevin? I think, though. Thank you, Crackhead Bob. You're welcome.
He never says you're welcome.
You've made a billion mistakes, the biggest of which you decided to enter show business, which you're really not. As fucking TMZ and Yahoo and everybody else says, you're a washed-up comic. You're a hack.
Okay, a couple things. First off, that biggest mistake entering show business is a joke he does about Jackie Martling. So that's rehashed from that. A good one, John. He's still killing it with that one.
Hack.
Yeah. Well, also, the fact that he's calling Kevin a hack, but using Kevin's catchphrase and the way that Kevin says it in order to call him a hack is ridiculous. It's almost like John's a moron. And this is all performative.
Right.
John's not really offended by this.
No.
I don't know if John knows this. For 16 years, he's on the Howard Stern show. The Howard Stern show was extremely offensive on purpose for the shock value of it, which is what Kevin is going for. And honestly, a tweet about laughing that Matthew Perry died is really not that shocking.
But I mean, the most
Slow news day.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you and I were messaging back and forth. I'm like, yeah, I just got caught up. What would it have been if it wasn't Kevin Brennan?
Right.
Inflation.
They would have figured out something to talk about.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
Yeah, well, but the most offensive thing is that Kevin's tweet wasn't even funny. It's not even a joke.
So it's funny you say that because John goes on to say when Gilbert was canceled after the tsunami in Japan and Gilbert had all those jokes, John goes, okay, that might have been too soon, but at least they were funny. But that's not the point. Whether or not, how funny the joke is, does that make it okay or not okay? Patrice O'Neill argued this about rape jokes when he was on television. They're like, yeah, but what if it's not a funny rape joke? It's like, well, it's all born from the same place. They're trying to be funny. You can't take it seriously.
Right.
The fact that you didn't think ha 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 was funny, I did. So whatever. Who gives a shit if you thought it was funny or John thought it was funny?
Right.
It has nothing to do with anything.
So if you don't laugh, you're offended.
He's making light of a situation that maybe shouldn't be made light of. But this has happened many times before. There's way more serious things in the world than a junkie from Friends who was a huge star in movies and TV died because he was irresponsible.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to feel terrible about this? I don't know.
Ask Ari Shafir how it's going.
Well, right. Ari's
fine.
known for doing this, quite a bit as well, and he's taken a lot of heat for it. But what's happened here, Shuli's already pointed this out. I pointed this out on Tax yesterday. What's happening here is that John hasn't gotten a bump like Kevin just got in a very long time, since the Trump prank phone call. So John is, A, seeing this as an opportunity, and B, a little jealous. But what he really is doing here, and he's an idiot because he took this episode down immediately, so you can't really find it. But what he wants to have happen is he wants TMZ to be like, Stuttering John from the Howard Stern show says Kevin went too far. And here's the clip. Like, he had it all in his head. And because this goes on for 20 minutes and he's animated. He's just like, you're not funny, Kevin. He's like, actually, we fucking play that. Why not? Because he gets real animated here. I played all these clips yesterday, but I'll play some of them again.
Did Matthew Perry have problems? Yeah. Do many people in this world have problems? Yes. Do some resort to pills and alcohol? Yes. Does that make them deserving of death? No. And who the fuck are you to fucking be the arbiter of what is fucking right or wrong in society? Who the fuck are you?
Is Stuttering John acting right now? Yes. Does Stuttering John mean this? No. I hate when he asks himself questions and then answers them. Why do people do that? Is that a normal thing? Have you ever been in a conversation with someone who did that in a normal conversation?
Yes.
Hey, liar.
Did I appreciate it? No.
Oh, it's so fucking enraging. Too soon. Have you ever heard the expression too soon?
He wanted to go viral. He should have jiggled his titties around like mint salad. That's how you go viral.
Then it works. So someone brought up to him the fact that Howard Stern was talking about fucking Mancow's father's skull right after Mancow's father died. And John's response to that was, I don't remember that. I don't remember that happening. It doesn't matter if you remember it or not. You were on the fucking show. You don't know that Howard Stern said very outrageous things that are wildly offensive for shock value and comedic value, and now you're all appalled, clutching his pearls. Kevin Brennan, that's so mean. Matthew Perry, oh, that's so mean. He made me giggle when I watched Friends.
Everybody's best friend, Matthew Perry.
Ugh. They were playing clips of Matthew Perry from Friends on the Drew and Mike show. The character he played, no one would hang out with this guy. He's just a dick to everyone all the time. Just a sarcastic prick. All the little clips they play, I realize he didn't write the jokes. They're not good. But all the clips they play, it's just like, why are they friends with him?
Yeah.
He's just being mean for no reason.
And also, Matthew Perry in real life almost died 5 times from drugs and alcohol. Like,
Yeah.
it was ruining
He had
his life.
surgeries and things. Yeah.
Just caught up to him at this point.
Well, hold on, Andy. He was playing pickleball, and then he got in the jacuzzi. It has nothing to do with drugs or alcohol here. I know. Who knows? Who knows what the fuck is actually
It was an energetic
going
day.
on? Yes, he got things going a little too much. So John goes on to be like, it's so obvious and so transparent. Do you think that Matthew Perry's friends and family would appreciate seeing that tweet? Well, first off, I doubt they're following Kevin Brennan.
Yeah, let's see what jokes are online right now.
Right, yeah. Actually, I saw Gilbert not long after he got canceled, and he made that joke. He had this great setup for it, and he's like, and then all these Japanese people went on Twitter and looked up my name. It's like, nobody who you guys are upset for saw this or were offended by it. And it's funny because the TMZ article looks like it was written by someone who hates Kevin Brennan. It could have been his brother Neil, because all it talks about is how famous Neil is and how unfamous Kevin is. And it even says in there, it's just like, not that a lot of people saw it. He's only got 5,900 followers on Twitter. It's like, just taking shots at him. It's kind of funny. It's worth checking out if you haven't seen the TMZ article. But Kevin's very happy about all of this, obviously. He's getting publicity. He's to a bunch of the places that were writing about him, Yahoo, Daily Mail, different places, New York Post, were mentioning his podcast. So he was very happy about that. So then John goes on to explain that Kevin is a narcissist because narcissists make things about themselves. You know, the fact that Kevin, in this time when Matthew Perry's friends and family are hurting, and Kevin's going out there making it about himself, and then John, you can't write a script like this, immediately makes it about himself.
Yeah.
The guy who claims he's not a narcissist.
You don't give a fuck about anyone but yourself, you narcissistic prick. Because all you give a shit is about yourself. Look how much money I'm making. I'm watching a show, and he's fucking celebrating fucking that he made it into the newspaper in New York Post. The New York Post. Kevin, I got news for you. I've been in the New York Post hundreds and hundreds of times. Okay?
Amazing.
All right?
John, that's so nefarious of
I
you.
was just gonna say, I'm not even a
And you're
nefarious
celebrating
narcissist.
getting mentioned in the New York Post? Really? That is pathetic. Pathetic. I've been in so many major fucking... I've been in Rolling fucking Stone, you idiot.
Nobody knows
The New
pathetic
York
like
fucking
me.
Times, you idiot. And you're celebrating some hack joke. Not even a joke. In the New York fucking Post.
Again, the quality of the
Rag?
joke.
Yeah. I know. It
Some
always comes
hack
back
joke.
to that.
You're a hypocrite.
Joe, when was the last time you were in Rolling Stone? I've been reading it for years. I haven't seen your name in that. What's going on?
I was actually just going to ask when the last time he was in New York Post was.
Yeah,
even,
New York
which is still,
Post.
I mean,
New York
even
Times.
those
Probably the
are
Trump-
not credible
Trump
stories.
call.
Like,
It was
yeah.
literally the Trump call was the last time he got picked up for anything. And the only reason why that was picked up, and it was like a day after it happened, is because, I don't know if you guys remember this, when Trump was the president, the media was looking for things that Trump did that were dumb, and they would amplify them
I don't remember.
as much as possible. So John's call was a disaster. It wasn't funny, and he didn't even like throw in a Baba Booey at the end or something to make it a prank call.
It was such a wasted
It was
opportunity.
such a waste opportunity. He talked about 2 actual issues as if he was Bob Menendez with Trump. And what about this border thing? And they just talked realistically about it. So stupid. And John was celebrating himself. But the only reason why it was picked up is because he did get Trump to call him back thinking it was Bob Menendez, which is pretty crazy. But that's the only reason why I got picked up is everyone hated Trump. If Joe Biden called up Stuttering John, no one would be talking about it. They'd be like, well, you see now, what are you going to do? Guy doesn't know how to dial a phone. What do you think is going to happen? But that's the last thing that John did that really got him any juice, and he really wants it to happen again. It's not happening for him. And so I got some really bad news for Kevin.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, Kev. And every show I'll be calling your ass out.
Oh, no. Every show he's going to be calling out Kevin Brennan. I know what that's like, Kevin. You don't want that, man. You don't want that heat from Stuttering John. He's going to get you good. Look out for that. Because you know who else is on his radar right now is me. Guys, he's coming to Rochester in just a few short months.
Just a couple seasons away.
A few long months from now.
Yep. And he's gearing up for it.
Shannon Duffy, happy you're back, John. Showing off those guns. Oh, believe me, I'm pumping. I'm getting ready. Believe me, I'm getting ready for my show in Rochester
Penis pumping?
on March 10th, and I am fucking ready for my show in Rochester.
said you were
And
getting
we are
ready.
gonna do a 10-minute roast of fucking Lady K. And I'm going to get a Lady K lookalike to sit in the fucking crowd, sit on the stage with me with big snaggle teeth and that fucking lumberjack shirt of his. Skull!
What kind of strategy is this, first of all? Could you imagine? He's going to pick out some guy who probably isn't feeling great about himself, right? He's got horrible teeth. He's going to dress up like an idiot. And then we're going to make fun of you for 10 minutes. What does this pay, John?
He brings his son up there. God, Dad, come on. I want you to stop this shit.
Why is he doing
Yeah,
this to
95%
someone?
of the crowd doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about either.
But why would he do this to some, like, do it to me? You're mad at me, John. Why are you doing it to some rando that you're fighting that you're saying looks like me? First off, he's offended just because he's like, yeah, you kind of look like this guy. Like, I do? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's fucked up right there, sir. Yeah, and then I'll be roasting you for another 10 minutes after that. What? What the fuck?
Random people may beat you up.
All right. So somebody messages John and says, hey, if you want to roast Carl, just do it in person. He lives down the street. I'm right down the road from the Coffee at the Carlton. I can get there very, very easily.
If you're going to do a roast of Lady K, then invite the real Lady K. Why? We'll get to that later.
That's what a roast
Don't
is.
get me off topic.
That's the topic.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, John. If you're going to roast someone, why do it to their face? Because that's what a roast is.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know this, but typically at a roast, the other person gets to roast you back again.
That's
it's
why I
not
won't
just
do it.
correct. Yeah. He doesn't want to hear my response.
It's going to be an hour of me hitting Lady K and Shuli pinatas.
Yeah,
It's like-
right.
He's swinging at defenseless effigies.
That's what his show is turned into because he's yelling at Kevin Brennan as if he's talking to Kevin Brennan. He's not. He's talking into his laptop.
Yeah, Kevin is not watching this.
Kevin's not watching. He doesn't give a fuck. And he's yelling as if he's scolding Kevin Brennan. He's yelling at me as if he's scolding me. And John has proven he's terrible in the actual debate with someone one-on-one. I've done it twice with him, maybe 3 times if you count the first MLC. And John's terrible at it.
It's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing to the point where John quit podcasting after our second episode, then came back, did a whole show rebutting all the things that I said when I wasn't there. Yeah. I was like, now that Carl's gone, let me tell you why he's an idiot. Yeah. I was here 2 days ago. We could have talked about
debate
this.
ever.
I could have talked about all these things. All right. So then Rick U 3220 says it again to him. Thank you, Rick U, for doing this.
Look, I don't care how much you want to lick fucking Lady K's balls, dude. Okay? But look, I'm telling you right now, and it's not a threat. This is not a threat.
Okay.
I'm just saying that
I'll murder him.
it's better. How could I say this?
Legally.
It's better for obvious reasons why it's better he doesn't show. Okay? I'm not saying I'm going to do anything. I'm just saying that it's it's better for obvious reasons that he doesn't show.
Yeah. Obvious for you.
I don't think I love Vinny Paulino. He's a great man with a big heart. And I don't think Vinny would appreciate
Enlarged is the word.
But I'm not speaking for you, Vinny. Do not get mad at me. I don't think Vinny would appreciate if Lazy K showed up. I don't think he would. This is my event.
I talked to Vinny. He said, Carl, you can come. Because this is ridiculous. Because what happens is John is all over Twitter. We're going to get into that in a minute. He's all over Twitter goofing on me. He's finding all these old photos of me from my company and company outings and things. And he's just ripping on me nonstop. But I'm blocked, so I can't see any of this. So then when I saw the tweet that he put out where he said he's going to do a 10-minute roast to a Carl lookalike, I'm like, well, then I'm going to show up. I mean, how are I supposed to be able to just sit back where I can't see what he's doing and have him rag on me? Everything I do ragging on him, I put up on the internet. He could see it. I've invited him onto my show. We've talked face to face. John is such a pussy that he's just like, well, I want to rip on Carl, but not if Carl's out because he might have some things to say.
You're pretty much instructing him on how to do it better.
Right. Yes. So now he's telling me that it'd be better if I didn't show up, but not really explaining why.
Wait, so if you go, can you get a picture with the Carl lookalike? Because I would really like that.
That'd be funny to see if people can figure out which one's which. Post that on the internet.
Are the obvious reasons that he will be upset if you're there and then probably will have a bad show? It's not like he's going to beat you up or something.
But
he'll just be mad that you're there.
If he has the excuse to use Carl as the reason that he had a bad show, then it doesn't matter that he has a bad show because he's going to have a bad show.
Right.
Then he should want me there.
Exactly.
It's going to be a bad show
He'll
anyway.
have a bulletproof excuse.
Because he's not good at doing shows. So it'd be better if I was there and then he could be like, Carl was there. He wasn't supposed to be there. And I wanted to fight him.
So really,
the
you'd
whole
be helping him
time.
by showing up.
That's how I feel about it, too. That's why I'm going.
Good.
That's
good,
why my
good.
official stance right now is see you on March 10th.
Who are these podcasts?